Welcome all of you. Today we discussing on the company auditors. So friends, so far as concerned, the Companies Act 2013 has provided that what person become eligible to appointment as an auditor of the company, either company, private company, public company, or government company. A person shall be eligible for appointment as an auditor of the practitioner persons, means person who become a chartered accountant and in practice, and he obtained the COP from ICI Institute, then only he should become a eligible as a auditor of the company. Or a firm, all the partner who are chartered accountants and practicing auditors, they are the practicing, then only they should be authorized to act as auditors and sign behalf of the firms. If the company can be appointed individual persons, he become, if suppose the company appoint individual persons, he becomes CA plus obtain the COP, then only he become a auditor of the company. And next is a persons, the firm can be appointed as an auditor of the company. At that time, the all the partners, means the firm can be appointed auditors only partner who are chartered accountants. Those who are the chartered accountants and all of can be obtained the certificate of practice, then only they should be assigned on the report of the auditors. Now we see the next, ineligibility of auditors. Even a person, ineligibility that, the none of the following person shall be eligible for appointment as an auditor of the company, a body corporate. So as per the specified in the Act of Chartered Accountant Act 1949, the persons become partners or firms or LLP only eligible to appointment, and similar provision into the Companies Act 2013 that the body corporate and officer of the company, a person who is a partner or employment and officer of employee is not eligible. Only the persons become a independent and independent, then only he should be become a auditor of the company. Similar, the persons having a relatives or partners relative, it's not possible they should be appointed as an auditor of the company, because it can be a ineligibility of that persons become auditor of the company. So it can be mentioned into the under section 141 of the Companies Act. uh, this section can be giving the eligibility of the person. A person's holding a security, sometimes what happens that some people can be holding the shares of the company. At that times he not hold the any kind of the shares or any securities, like debentures, preference shares, or their partners, or maybe possible the holding company is their subsidiary company, associate company, joint venture company, or any kind of the direct and indirect network of the firms. At that time auditor is not eligible. Yes, the security value is the more than 5 lakh rupees. Yes, 5 lakh rupees or more than value is this. At that times they are not eligible. So how to count the 5 lakh? If suppose the one partner is theirs, A partner is theirs, he hold the securities of the 2 lakhs. B partner is there, he should be hold the securities of 1 lakh. C is theirs, he hold the property of 1 lakh. Now again D is theirs, he should be hold the property of 1 lakh. So all cumulative figures should be counts, means if the total property they should be hold more than 5 lakh rupees or their spouses, so it can be count cumulative, and they are the all the partners become ineligible to appoint as a auditor of the company. So friends, always remember that this is one of the ineligible persons. Even the person can be in debt. So normally company can be giving the credit side loan to the everyone's, but the debt amount for the subsidiary company, holding company, associate company, or any kind of the subsidiary company, and that the loan amount is the more than 1 lakh rupees. So loan also take the community also. And if any person can normal course of the business company can be offering the number of loans to the peoples, and the people can be take the loans. But what happens generally, if the loan is amount more than 1 lakh rupees, any after the appointment also that person is ineligible, and he want to vacate the house. Similarly, a person can be giving the guarantee. Sometimes the generally banks, when the person can be giving the loans, at that time third parties are required to give the guarantee. If such types of the guarantee given by the firms, any partners or individual chartered accountants, and that amount is more than 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees, at that times that persons also ineligible to the appointed as a auditors. So we should be take that the person, those who are the appointment, is as such persons, that he's not ineligible for the any kind of the as per the specified the companies act. Similarly, the persons having any business relations, so any kind of the business relation is there, at that time also he is not eligible to the appointment, and he want to the vacate the house of the company. Even the persons relative any key manager post of that company, like a CEO, CFO, MD, or managers, at that time also the person is not eligible to appointment as a auditors. So directly or indirectly the persons not having any relations, then only he become eligible. So otherwise the persons want to vacate the office. After the appointment also, if any person can be joined as a relative for any associate company or subsidiary company, at that time the ineligibility criteria can be fulfilled, and you want to the vacate the office. A person can be employment. Okay, if suppose the company can be appointed a full-time employment of the person, any partners or person can be as a employment of that company, either private company, public company, subsidiary, their subsidiary, associate company. At that times, the firms can be ineligible to appointment, and the company can be vacate the auditors from their office. Any full-time employment, even the some specified, even given the ICI also guidelines, the persons who are full-time employment are not appointed as an auditor of the company. Now we should be take the person can be convicted for the fraud. Any kind of the fraud can be convicted by the any court of law, like lower court, district courts, high courts, or supreme courts, or even the tribunal of income tax and GST also. At that times, the period is not elapsed 10 years from the date of the convictions, so he is not eligible to as an appointment. Next, a person can be giving the rendering the services. So the chartered accountant can be giving the different types of the services, counseling services, management services, information based assisting services, appointment of the HRM, training of the HRMs, writings of the books of accounts. N number of services can be provided. If suppose the under section 144, any of the services which are the prohibited services, either the company act, and he should be giving such services to the subsidiary company or holding company, or directly indirect any network with the firms, and it find the services offered by the auditor, at that times he is ineligible to as an appointment as the auditors. Now next, qualifications we should be discussing that the persons who become eligible for appointment as an auditor of the company, either private company or public company, a person who is a chartered accountant can be appointed as auditors. Not only the chartered accountant, but the person can be hold the COP, certificate of practice. It can be registered through the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, and then person can be eligible to as a auditors. Okay, the firms, if the partner is there, partner maybe a general partnership firm is there, or limited liability partnership firm is there. At that times, the all the partner become a chartered accountant, and everyone can be a have the COP, and no one having any kind of the ineligibility, then only they should be a appointment as an auditor, and they should be signed on behalf of the firms also. Yes, this is a Now we see the disqualifications. Already we have to see into the the persons who are the disqualified body corporate. Okay, body corporate never may be appointed as an auditors. And even the officer or employee of the company means the person who is the officer, MD, CEO, CAFO, whatever the post can be hold of the company. So that person is not eligible as an appointed as auditors. So body corporate other than LPP is allowed by the Institute of Chartered Accountant Act, can be amended 2006, and they should be allowed the LPP to become a auditor of the company. A person is an employment. Any of persons of the partnership firms have the employment of the any associate company, holding company or subsidiary company or any network among them. So that person is not eligible to appointment and he is become a disqualified. And if suppose he's doing such act, the company can be informed to the auditor firms and auditors. They should be vacate the office and they give the resign from the as an auditor of the company. Even the company is having a relatives, any kind of the relatives have spouses. The relative definition should be given into the under section 277 of the Companies Act. So relative may be a daughters, sisters, brothers, mothers, wives. So these are the relatives. Uh, and if the relative is a working that company as a key manager person like managing director, CEO, CAFO, so at that time the persons those who are the appointed of the company, he is disqualified and want to the vacate of the office. Now we see into the here's appointment of the auditors. So friends, here we just see that the person's appointment as an auditor of the company, it can be specified into the section 139 of the Companies Act 2013. It applicable to the all the companies. Those company, profit making company or company can be just registered under section 8, that is the NGO company, similar private company, public company, any kind of the company. So they should be a persons become eligible as per the under section 139. The company first auditor can be appointed under sections. So the procedure can be given to appointment of the auditors the company and it can be applicable all the companies. So first of all, what happens, the name of the individual or firm can be recommended by the board of directors, and a board of director agree such names. If suppose the under section 177 of the audit committee is yes, the audit committee can be recommended the name to the board of directors, and board of director can be just recommend the name to the company's members, and then only the company member think fit that persons or firm can be eligible and fulfill the criteria. Then only such person can be appointed as an auditor of the company. Suppose some size differ the opinion, if the auditor committee can be recommend to the board of directory, Mr. A is recommended, but board disagree. Board is a disagree for the appointment of the Mr. A. So he should be recommended refer back to the Mr. A. Is not their opinion to be the eligibles, and the board of then the audit committee can be recommend the next auditors. Yes, and then next auditor, if board of director think proper person is this or person is eligible from their organizations, and then they should be refer the matter to the shareholder of the company or members of the company. So this is a procedure as per specified into the Companies Act. Two person can be appointed as an auditors. So thank you friends. Thank you very much.
Goodbye. Bye.